For section 2, we're going to talk a little bit more about charts. First thing we're going to talk about is how to switch row and column data. To do that, you'll have to select your chart to make sure it's active, and then you're going to click the Switch Row and Column button, which is under the Design in Chart Tools. And when you click this, it switches the data back and forth for you. Another thing we can do is add chart elements. So to do that, we're going to hit the Chart Elements button. Here it gives you options of other things you can add in. So if I click the check mark that's the title, I can put the title in there. Also, you'll see there's different options of where it places. Another thing I can do is I can edit placeholder text. So this right here is just saying Axis Title. To select that, I can triple click it to have it select, and then I can type in what it actually is. I'm going to click in the chart background to accept that. I can also add data labels. To do this, I'm going to select the chart again, make sure it's active. I'm going to click the Chart Elements button to the right of the chart, and I'm going to click the place or check mark next to data labels. And then again, I have options of where they place. I can also add a trend line to a chart. So to do that, I'm going to make sure my chart is selected if it's not already. I'm going to click the Chart Elements button again. And I'm going to put a check mark next to trend line. And here's going to ask me which series I want to put a trend line for. So let's say I want to have a trend for April. I'm going to click OK. And you see it adds a little line just for April to show us what the trend of that series is. Another thing I can do is I can filter the source data. So to do that, this bottom button here is Chart Filters. I'm going to select that. And here it shows you everything that currently my chart is holding in there. So let's say I want to take out excursions and find out my data from there. I'm going to unclick the check mark and click Apply. And my chart changes to that selection. Now if I want to add a data series in a chart, I'm going to click the chart. I'm going to click the Select Data button, which is under the Designs, under Data. This highlights what's currently in our chart. So I can either add, delete things here, or I can also select and highlight here. Click OK, and now it's added in July. So another thing I can do in my chart is I can add shapes. So let's say I'm going to go to my chart sheet, and I want to apply a shape style. So I'm going to select the chart element, which selects the entire series, or I can click the Chart Elements drop-down arrow, which is under Chart Tools, Format, and right here, now it shows I'm on September. I can click down and I can also select from here as well. So let's say I want to choose August. So now I'm going to click the More button on the Styles drop-down, and I can choose a certain style. I can also apply a gradient fill to a chart element. And to do that, I'm going to go up here in the Chart Fill, or Shape Fill, go to Gradient, and I can choose different sorts of gradients. I can also apply a little outline. So again, just outline. So I want a green outline. I can click it again. I can change the weight of the outline. I can also apply effect. So under Shape Effects, I can choose different effects here as well. Another thing I can do is I can use the Format Task pane, which shows up on the right, to change the shape fill. So if I double click an element, you see now I have this Format Data series. So if these were closed, I could open them all up to see other options that are available to me. So under fill, I can choose if I want a gradient fill, no fill, solid fill. I can choose the color. Lots more options here than you have in the other buttons. I can also use this pane to set data label options. So if I have data labels, I can double click the data label, opens up the format data labels options. And here I can choose different series. I can choose the positions again. I can choose to add information, what I want to separate this information. Another thing I can do is I can fill an element with a picture. So if I go back to fill, I'm going to click picture. I can choose online. I can choose wherever I want to search. Select it, click insert. And it inserts balloons. I can also insert a shape into a chart. So to do that, I'm going to select my chart. I'm going to click the More button to insert shape. I'm going to click my shape and then I'm going to draw and drag. Once I have my shape, I can edit it however I want. Formatted, shape, fill, color. I can right click it, choose edit text, and it'll let me text inside of here. And click off when I'm done. Again, I can move this however I want. I can also use word art in a chart. So I select my element that I want to use the word art to. I'm going to go under design. Actually format it. Click the More button. Here I can select my word art styles. And I can change my fill, outline, effects as well. Now you're going to go on to next pause and practice. It is on page E3-154.